We're taking a live look at the Connecticut River. You know, it and its tributaries are much cleaner than they were decades ago, but there are times, particularly after a rainfall event, when our rivers might still make you sick. So we have Andrew Fisk. He's the Executive Director of the CT River Watershed Council, joining us to share more. Thank you so much for stopping by.
Good morning.
So why is it? What are the variables that would make something clean and then not clean, like the Connecticut River?
Sure, you can have a lot of things that are going to wash into our rivers that are going to make it not clean for swimming. That could be if people don't pick up after their dog, or if you're going to get runoff from a parking lot. And unfortunately, sometimes our sewer systems get too much rainfall and you'll have a discharge of rainwater and untreated sewage from pipes that go right into our rivers.
Because a lot of people think exactly the opposite, that when it rains, it's all that good water being pumped into the river, but that's not necessarily the case.
Exactly. So some people are thinking, boy, it just rained, so there's a lot more clean water going into the river. That's exactly opposite. So in general, 24 hours after a rainfall event, you should be careful about where you swim and boat in our rivers.
Now, if people are interested in swimming and boating in the Connecticut River, you check it rigorously. Talk about the process, where you check it, why you check it, and how you check it.
Sure. We call it the Is It Clean network, and if you Google Is It Clean, you can find that information. And there are 140 locations that are monitored by a variety of groups, and what they do is they dip a bottle of water into the river, and you can see this is a sample right here in Chicopee from the Medina Street ramp, and that's good-looking water.
That is very good-looking water. Yeah. That being said, I'm sure there's a lot of things that you might not see that appear in the water. So when you test, what are you testing for?
So these samples are then taken to labs. The Watershed Council, we have a lab, and other organizations take them to different labs. And what we do is we incubate them for 24 hours to find out if an E. coli bacteria is going to grow. And that's one critter. And you know, if there's a lot of that, then chances are there's a lot of other organisms as well that can get you sick.
So then, in a sense, what you do is you extrapolate one, the E. coli, which is a very dangerous bacteria, and then by that amount, you can tell how safe, or rather, how clean or unclean the river is.
Exactly. So this is information that people use for making decisions. And so this is a risk decision. When the bacteria information comes back, it's posted on the website automatically, and if it's clean for swimming and boating, you're going to see a blue pin.
Okay, that's what we're looking at right now on the screen.
And if it's yellow, that means that there's a little bit more bacteria and you probably shouldn't be swimming. And then if it's red, you probably should stay out of the water. But again, this is a decision that people should make. We're not telling you not to go in the water.
No, you're helping us make an informed decision.
Exactly, and it's risk. So when it's a blue pin, and if you're swimming in the water, it's less than a 1% chance of getting sick, and that's based on a whole bucket load of public health studies and the like. So you're making an informed decision about how you use your rivers. You know, our message is get out, swim, boat.
We want people to utilize these rivers.
Exactly.
Now, people will be safe. They can go to WWLP.com if they want more information, because on our weather page, you can check these results all the time. And we've been talking this whole interview, we just want to make a point. We're talking about the cleanliness of the river, because safety is a relative term. Anything can be unsafe at any given time. But as far as cleanliness goes, we know where we can check and see all that.
Exactly.
Thank you so much for swinging by today.
Thank you.
Always a pleasure. And so before you head out in the river, be sure to check out the most recent results at connecticutriver.us, or just head to WWLP.com. Doesn't that river look like you want to take a dip right now?
It looks beautiful.